Second part of the grammar of the revision, the grammar part, we will start with unit 4 grammar, which is relative clauses. What is relative clauses? As we said in the class and we said in the revision, relative clause is like who, which, where, when, but when we use the or that, when we use them to link two sentences together. Like this example, my mom is the person who inspires me the most. Who inspires me? My mom. So who here links two sentences. My mom is the person inspires me the most. Let's try to join sentences using the relative clause. We will see different types of relative clause and the usage of every one. This is a house, I live here. This is a house, I live here. Here I am talking about the house as a place where I live. So if I want to link these two sentences, I will use the relative clause where, because here I am referring or I am talking about a house as a place. So I'll say this is the house where I live. Notice here that we change this is a house to be this is the house where I live. Why? Because when I'm talking about something, in the relative clause I change the preposition from a or an to be the. This is the house where I live. When we describe something by using relative clause, we use an article the, not a or an. Second sentence, she is a nurse. She took care of me when I was sick. She is a nurse. This is a sentence. She took care of me when I was sick. If I want to link these two sentences together, I'm here talking about the nurse. A nurse is a person. If I'm talking about the person, I will use who. So the sentence will be, she is the nurse who took care of me when I was sick. She is the nurse who took care of me when I was sick. So notice here that I changed a to be the, and also I cancelled or omit she from the sentence, from the second sentence, and the sentence would be, she is the nurse who, I added who here, took care of me when I was sick. It's a cat. We found it on the street last year. I'm talking here about the cat. The cat is something. When I'm talking about something, I never use who and I can't use where, so I will use that or which. So the sentence will be, this is the cat that we found on the street last year. The next sentence, I was born in 1935. At that time, there were no mobile phones or personal computers. Here I am talking about the time where I was born. So it's a time. I will use when. So the sentence will be, I was born in 1935 when there were no mobile phones or personal computers. I was born in 1935. Here I will put when to link the sentences. When there were no mobile phones or personal computers. Let's try it out using relative clause and rewrite the two sentences as one sentence. Chia is a small town. My grandparents live there. I'm talking here about Chia. Chia is a place. So I will use which relative clause here? I will use where, because it refers to a place. So what can we do in this sentence? We will say Chia is a small town where my grandparents live. And here I must omit or cancel the word there. So I would say Chea is a small town where my grandparents live. So I cancel there and put where. This photo was taken in 2013. I won a swimming competition that year. In 2013, it's a time. When I talk about time, I use when. So here, how to link these two sentences together? I'll say this photo was taken in 2013 when I won a swimming competition. Lily's Place is a store. It sells all sorts of fruits and vegetables. Lily's Place is a store. It sells, I'm talking here about the store. The store is a place, so I will use where. Lily store is a store. Lily Place is a store which or that sells all sorts of fruits and vegetables. Oh, why here I didn't use where and I used which or that? Let's look again to the sentence. Lily's Place is a store. It sells all sorts of fruits and vegetables. Here I am not talking about the store as a place. I'm not talking about the place. I'm talking about the job of this place. So it will be wrong if I use where. I would use which or that. So Lily's Place is a store that sells. So here that here refers to the job of this place, not the place as what the place of the store. I'm not talking about the place of the store. I'm talking about the job of this store. What is the job of this store? That sells all sorts of fruit and vegetables. So Lily's Place is a store that sells all sorts of fruits and vegetables. A man was doing exercises. He used to be a police officer. I am talking here about the man, so I will use preposition who. So it will be the man who used to be a police officer was doing exercises. Or the man who was doing exercises used to be a police officer. Let's do some exercises here. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. When you to the Himalayas, will you meet any of the locals? When you go to the Himalayas, will you meet any of the locals? Or will go or have gone. Here when means if, so I'm talking about something could happen in the future. This is the first conditional of if. I would use when you go to Himalayas, will you meet any of the locals? Number 2, that the family dog rescued the child. That's the family's dog. So I'm talking here about the owner of the dog. So I will use which or whose or that. That's the family whose dog rescued the child. Number 3, Vicky, mother, works in the safari park, is my best friend. Vicky's mother. So I'm not talking about Vicky, I'm talking about her mother. So I will say Vicky, whose mother works in the safari park, is my best friend. Number 4, I'll call you. I get home from school. I'll call you as soon as I got home from school. And as you remember, we said temporals when, as soon as, and until. After them, I use only present, either present simple or present perfect. So here I'll call you. I get home from school. As soon as, or until, or by. I'll call you as soon as as soon as here means once I get home from school. There is the building my friend works. I'm talking about the building. Here I'm not talking about the building job. I'm talking about the building as a place. There is the building where my friend works. If I want to speak about this building job, the question here could be, there is the building sells a lot of sweets or candies. So at this time I will use which. There is a building which sells. So here I'm talking about the building job. But if I'm talking about the building and the place, like here in this example number 5, there is the building my friend works. So I will use where. By the time, Mom, the kitchen will be clean. As we said here, by the time is a temporal, links two sentences together, and after temporals I only use present, either simple or perfect. So, by the time Mom arrives, the kitchen will be clean. Number 7, Pete or PT will talk to his parents before his friend home. PT will talk to his parents before he brings his friend home. Before here is a temporal. We used before it well, so in the second sentence I must use present, and he here is singular, so I will use he brings. Number 8, in 2006 was the year my brother graduated from university. 2006 was the year my brother graduated from university. So here I'm talking about time. I'll use when. Number 9, people care about the environment are usually fond of animals. Fond of, it means love. People, so simply it will be who care about the environment are usually fond of animals. Number 10, the cafe is near my house is very big. The cafe is big, so I would use here which. The cafe which is near my house is very big. Thank you so much. This is the first part of our grammar revision. Complete the next.